Gerald Wallace, the player the basketball world came to know and love as Crash, brought a rare and unforgettable combination of raw athletic explosiveness, fearless intensity, and unrelenting hustle to the NBA that few players before or since have ever matched. Born and raised in the modest surroundings of small-town Alabama, Wallace transformed himself from a determined youngster chasing dreams on local courts into a professional force who attacked every single possession with total commitment, often paying a physical price, but inspiring fans and teammates with his heart and effort. His high-flying dunks, chase-down blocks, desperate dives for loose balls, and thunderous crashes into defenders, or the stands became signature moments that defined not only his career, but also the identity of the young Charlotte Bobcats franchise. Wallace rose through sheer talent, tireless work ethic, and a willingness to sacrifice his body for the sake of the play, earning widespread respect across the league despite never winning a championship. This documentary tells his full, inspiring life story in rich detail, starting with his birth and the challenges of his early childhood in a tight-knit but limited community, progressing through his teenage years of extraordinary high school dominance that catapulted him onto the national stage. His brief, yet promising one-year college stint at Alabama, the anticipation and realities surrounding his selection in the 2001 NBA draft, a comprehensive season-by-season breakdown of his entire 14-year professional career, including exact statistics, standout performances and highlight moments, team contexts and dynamics, notable injuries and how he overcame them, personal accomplishments and milestones, and finally, the meaningful, community-oriented life he has thoughtfully built in the years following his retirement from the NBA. It is a powerful narrative of crash and recovery, of resilience in the face of setbacks, of loyalty to one's roots, and of turning athletic passion into lasting positive change for the next generation. Gerald Wallace was born on July 23, 1982, in Sylacauga, Alabama, and spent the majority of his formative years in the nearby small town of Childersburg, where he was lovingly raised primarily by his dedicated and resilient mother, Alice Castleberry. When Gerald was only 5 years old, his parents went through a divorce, placing the responsibility of raising him and his brother largely on Alice's shoulders in a close-knit but economically modest community where job opportunities were often tied to the local paper mill and families worked hard just to get by. Life in Childersburg emphasized strong family bonds, community support, faith, and simple shared experiences rather than material abundance, fostering values of perseverance and gratitude that would later serve Wallace well. For young Gerald, basketball quickly became far more than a game. It was his primary outlet for energy, his source of joy, his escape from everyday challenges, and the clear pathway he envisioned toward a brighter future. Even as a child progressing through middle school in the Childersburg school system, local coaches, teachers and observers began to take special notice of his exceptional physical attributes and competitive fire. He displayed explosive speed and quickness on the court, an impressive vertical leaping ability that allowed him to finish plays well above the rim, and in seemingly endless, high-revving motor that kept him moving at full speed long after others tired. Gerald approached every pickup game or organized contest with complete abandon and fearlessness, fearlessly hurling himself across the floor to dive for loose balls, or rising high to block shots from players who were bigger, stronger, or older than he was. These early habits and instincts planted the deep foundational seeds for the high-impact, body-on-the-line playing style that would eventually define his NBA persona and earn him the iconic nickname, Crash. The tough but character-building lessons of hard work, mental toughness, and unwavering perseverance that his mother instilled in him during those formative years in Chaldersburg became guiding principles that helped carry him through every future obstacle, setback, and triumph on his remarkable journey. By the time Gerald Wallace stepped onto the court as a standout at Chaldersburg High School, his talent had fully blossomed into something truly special, establishing him as both a beloved local legend and a highly recruited national prospect, whose games turned ordinary school gymnasiums into electric, standing room-only venues filled with passionate energy. His senior season in 1990 ranks as one of the most memorable and dominant individual high school basketball campaigns in Alabama state history. Wallace earned the highly prestigious Naismith Prep Player of the Year award, an honor bestowed upon the single best high school basketball player in the entire United States that year. He was also selected as a McDonald's All-American, earned first-team Parade All-American recognition, and was crowned Alabama Mr. Basketball, sweeping the major accolades available to a prep star. The atmosphere at his home games was nothing short of electric, with capacity crowds generating intense noise and excitement that sometimes required police escorts for opposing teams afterward to ensure safe departures amid the rowdy and enthusiastic fans. On the hardwood, Wallace was an absolute force, combining breathtaking above-the-rim athleticism with thunderous, rim-rattling dunks, ferocious defensive intensity that disrupted entire offensive schemes, and a versatile skill set that allowed him to dominate games through effort, speed, power, and sheer will. Opponents struggled mightily to contain his relentless pursuit of every rebound, every loose ball, and every scoring opportunity, in heartfelt recognition of his transformative impact on the program and the community. Chaldersburg High School took the rare step of retiring his jersey number, the first time in the school's history that such an honor had been granted to any athlete. This permanent tribute cemented Wallace's enduring legacy in his hometown well before he ever left for college or the professional ranks. College recruiters from major programs across the country pursued him with great interest. But Wallace chose loyalty and familiarity by committing to play for the University of Alabama, staying close to his family, friends, and the supportive community that had helped shape him into the player and person he was becoming. Wallace spent just a single season as a freshman forward for the Alabama Crimson Tide during the 2001 NCAA campaign under head coach Mark Gottfried. In that developing but promising year, he averaged 9.8 points and 6 rebounds per game, while flashing the explosive, NBA-ready talent that had scouts taking notice. Fans and analysts were particularly drawn to his thunderous dunking ability, impressive chase-down blocks that erased opponents' scoring chances in transition, and a rebounding tenacity that often outworked more experienced college players. Although his role was still evolving, and his minutes were not yet at a star level, Wallace demonstrated clear, raw athletic upside, strong defensive instincts, and the kind of nonstop motor that suggested he possessed the tools to succeed at the highest level of the game. The bright lights and opportunities of the NBA proved too strong to ignore after that promising single college season. Convinced he was ready for the professional challenge, Wallace declared early for the 2001 NBA draft. Draft experts projected him as a late first-round selection, describing him as a raw but highly intriguing prospect whose exceptional athleticism, defensive versatility, and high-energy style made him an exciting gamble with significant long-term potential. On June 27, 2001, in one of the more anticipated moments of his young life, Gerald Wallace was selected by the powerhouse Sacramento Kings with the 25th overall pick in the first round of the NBA draft. The Kings were a loaded Western Conference contender at the time, boasting an impressive roster headlined by stars such as Chris Webber, Peja Stojakovic, Mike Bibby, and Vlade Divac, and they had advanced as far as the Western Conference Finals just the season before. Because of that veteran depth and championship aspirations, Wallace's early role with the team was primarily developmental. He was asked to learn the professional game from the bench, earning only limited spot minutes as he adjusted to the speed, physicality, and tactical sophistication of the NBA. In his 2001-02 rookie season with the Sacramento Kings, Wallace appeared in 54 games, but started just one, logging an average of only 8 minutes per game. He shot 42.9% from the field and contributed modest numbers of 3.2 points and 1.6 rebounds per contest, even in those restricted opportunities on such a talented squad. Wallace managed to produce exciting highlight reel dunks and well-timed blocks that gave glimpses of his future star potential. He saw brief action in 5 playoff games that postseason, totaling just 14 minutes. But the invaluable experience of competing against the league's elite helped accelerate his growth. It was overall a quiet rookie year filled with learning. Yet, his raw, athletic explosiveness continued to excite those who envisioned greater things ahead for the young forward. During the 2002-03 season, Wallace began to receive slightly more opportunity, playing in 47 games with 7 starts, while averaging 12.1 minutes per game. His field goal shooting improved noticeably to 49.2%, and his scoring rose to 4.7 points per game. He showed encouraging signs of growth and confidence on the court. One standout memory from that year came when he finished as runner-up in the 2002 NBA Slam Dunk Contest, dazzling audiences with his vertical leap and creativity. On December 1, 2002, he delivered a then-career-high performance with 21 points against the Houston Rockets. Wallace also participated in all 7 playoff games that year, continuing to absorb valuable lessons from the veteran leadership surrounding him. Nevertheless, the extremely deep and competitive Kings roster continued to limit his consistent playing time, making it clear he would eventually need a new environment to fully showcase his abilities. In the 2003-04 season, Wallace's minutes saw a slight decline as he appeared in 37 games with only 1 start, averaging 9.1 minutes and scoring 2 points per game. The Kings remained a strong, contending team, but it became increasingly evident that Wallace required a fresh start with expanded opportunities to truly develop and display his full range of skills. That much-needed breakthrough arrived later that year when the newly formed Charlotte Bobcats selected him in the 2004 NBA expansion draft, opening the door to a starring role on a young franchise. The selection of Gerald Wallace by the expansion Charlotte Bobcats in the 2004 NBA expansion draft represented a pivotal turning point that allowed his career to truly take flight. For the first time as a professional, he was handed a full-time starting position on a brand new, rebuilding team eager to establish its identity. Wallace's signature all-out, high-flying, and occasionally reckless approach to the game, marked by fearless dives for loose balls, aggressive crashes into the boards on both offense and defense, and an intensity that treated every possession like a personal battle, quickly captured the hearts of Charlotte fans. This distinctive body-on-the-line mentality soon earned him the enduring nickname Crash, which fans helped popularize through an online vote, and which perfectly encapsulated his high-energy, no regards for personal safety style of play. These early days in Charlotte marked the genuine beginning of his prime years as an impactful NBA performer and fan favorite. The 2004-05 season with the Charlotte Bobcats marked Wallace's emergence as a reliable starter and emotional cornerstone for the franchise. He played in 70 games and started 68 of them, averaging 30.7 minutes per game while shooting 44.9% from the field. Wallace posted solid averages of 11.1 points, 5.5 rebounds, 2 assists, 1.7 steals, and 1.3 blocks per contest. As a brand new expansion team, the Bobcats struggled mightily to an 1864 record, enduring the typical growing pains of an inaugural season. Yet, Wallace stood out brightly as a starter, leader, and instant fan favorite. He achieved new career highs across multiple statistical categories through his trademark nonstop hustle, spectacular above-the-rim dunks, and disruptive defensive plays that energized the arena night after night. This campaign fully solidified the Crash persona, as crowds began enthusiastically cheering his fearless efforts that frequently sent him tumbling into the stands or sliding across the floor in pursuit of the ball. Wallace's tireless energy helped give the young Bobcats franchise an identity and provided loyal supporters with exciting moments to rally around during what was otherwise a difficult rebuilding phase. The 2005-06 season delivered a breakout defensive showcase for Gerald Wallace that would etch his name into NBA history books. He appeared in 55 games, starting 52, and averaged 34.5 minutes per game, while shooting an impressive 53.8% from the field. His production included 15.2 points, 7.5 rebounds, 1.7 assists, a league-leading 2.5 steals, and 2.1 blocks per game. Although he missed 27 games due to various injuries, an ongoing consequence of his aggressively physical style, Wallace accomplished a rare statistical feat. He became one of only 3 players in NBA history, alongside legends David Robinson and Hakeem Olajuwon, to average at least 2 steals and 2 blocks per game in the same season. His field goal percentage rose significantly as he attacked the basket with fearless determination, creating memorable chase-down blocks and powerful putback dunks that lit up highlight reels night after night. Those gaudy defensive numbers were the direct product of his relentless, high-effort approach to the game, even when it occasionally exacted a physical toll and led to time spent in the training room. This season truly established Wallace as one of the league's most unique and intimidating two-way threats. In the 2006-07 season, Wallace continued building on his momentum by playing 72 games and starting 71 while averaging 36.7 minutes per game. He shot 50.2% from the field and delivered well-rounded numbers of 18.1 points, 7.2 rebounds, 2.6 assists, 2 steals, and 1 blocks per contest. Mindful of his previous injury issues, Wallace made a conscious effort to play a bit smarter without sacrificing any of his signature intensity. He dealt with a separated shoulder suffered in December against the Indiana Pacers, but returned to the lineup with determination and continued producing at a high level. The Bobcats showed modest improvement as a team, finishing the year with a 30-349 record, and Wallace served as the defensive anchor while elevating his scoring output. Fans fans were routinely treated to exciting fast-break dunks and game-disrupting plays that highlighted his unmatched motor and athleticism. Coaches and teammates frequently expressed admiration for his boundless energy and commitment, even as smaller nagging injuries tested his durability throughout the campaign. This year showcased Wallace's growth into a more complete and reliable performer. The 2007-08 season brought Wallace to new offensive heights as he appeared in 62 games, starting 59, and logged 38.3 minutes per game on average. He posted a career-high 19.4 points per game to go along with 6 rebounds and 3.5 assists, while shooting 44.9% from the field. The Bobcats displayed occasional flashes of competitiveness and promise during the year. The physical demands of Wallace's aggressive style remained evident, however, when he suffered his 4th concussion, classified as a grade 3, on February 23, after absorbing an unintentional elbow to the face from Sacramento's Mickey Moore. The incident left him on the floor for an extended period before he was wheeled off on a stretcher, underscoring the risks he routinely took. True to his resilient character, Wallace recovered and returned to action with the same ferocity each time setbacks occurred. This season illustrated his continued development into a more complete two-way player, capable of shouldering a heavy workload while impacting games on both ends of the floor. Wallace turned in another strong and efficient performance during the 2008-09 campaign, appearing in 71 games with 71 starts and averaging 37.6 minutes per game. He shot 48% from the field and recorded 16.6 points, 7.8 rebounds, 2.7 assists, 1.7 steals, and 0.9 blocks per game, demonstrating noticeable improvement in shooting efficiency and rebounding prowess. A particularly harsh and memorable incident occurred on January 27, when Los Angeles Lakers center Andrew Bynum delivered a flagrant foul that resulted in Wallace sustaining a fractured rib and a partially collapsed lung, estimated at 30-40%. He missed 7 games as a result, but displayed remarkable toughness and character by opting to bus cross-country back to Charlotte for recovery, rather than taking a flight. Throughout the season, Wallace remained the unquestioned emotional leader and heart of the Bobcats, consistently leading by example through his tireless effort and dedication, even amid adversity. The 2009-10 season represented the undisputed pinnacle and career zenith of Gerald Wallace's time in the NBA. He played and started all 76 games, averaging a personal best 41 minutes per game, while shooting 48.4% from the field. Wallace delivered 18.2 points per game and grabbed a career-high 10 rebounds, along with steady contributions in other categories. This breakout year earned him selection to the 2010 NBA All-Star Game, making him the first and only player in Charlotte Bobcats franchise history to receive that honor at the time, and recognition on the NBA All-Defensive First Team. Wallace played a central role in guiding the Bobcats to their first ever playoff appearance, forming an effective partnership with teammate Steven Jackson. In the opening game of the postseason, he stepped up with a strong 25-point performance that showcased his ability to perform under pressure. By logging such heavy minutes night after night, Wallace proved himself as the ultimate versatile, do-everything forward, a player equally capable of scoring efficiently, dominating the glass, defending multiple positions with tenacity, and inspiring everyone around him through his boundless energy, commitment, and leadership on the court. This remains the season that defined his legacy as an NBA star. The 2010-11 season signaled the start of Wallace's journeyman phase as he split time between his familiar Charlotte Bobcats and the Portland Trail Blazers. Across 71 total games with 63 starts, he averaged 37.9 minutes per game while contributing 15.7 points and 8 rebounds. Mid-season, Wallace was traded to Portland to inject athleticism, depth, and defensive energy into the roster, while star Brandon Roy worked through injury recovery. He adapted quickly and effectively to his new surroundings, providing reliable two-way contributions as the Blazers made their push toward the playoffs. The move represented a shift from being the clear focal point and leader in Charlotte to serving as a valuable supporting piece on more established, contending teams. In the lockout-shortened 2011-12 season, Wallace once again split duty, this time between the Portland Trail Blazers and the New Jersey Nets. He appeared in 58 games and started all of them, averaging 35.8 minutes while scoring 13.8 points per game. Following another mid-season trade to the Nets, he performed impressively in his limited time there, averaging 15.2 points across 16 games. Unfortunately, Wallace suffered a significant leg injury while going up for a putback dunk on April 8, 2012, which sidelined him for portions of the campaign. This period of frequent team transitions tested his adaptability and mental resilience repeatedly. Yet Wallace's professionalism, work ethic, and consistent effort never diminished regardless of the circumstances. During the summer of 2012, Wallace signed a 4-year, $40 million contract with the Brooklyn Nets as the organization positioned itself for serious contention with an upgraded roster. In the 2012-13 season, he played 69 games and started 68, averaging 30.1 minutes per game while scoring 7.7 points. Injuries continued to challenge him. He sprained his left ankle during the season opener and later sustained another rib injury on a fast break dunk attempt against the Phoenix Suns. Despite the reduced statistical output and ongoing physical setbacks, Wallace contributed valuable veteran leadership and occasional flashes of his trademark athleticism as the Nets advanced into the postseason. 2013-14 season saw Wallace become part of a high-profile blockbuster trade that sent future Hall of Famers Kevin Garnett, Paul Pierce, and Jason Terry from the Brooklyn Nets to the Boston Celtics. With the rebuilding Celtics, he appeared in 58 games and started 16, averaging 24.4 minutes per game while scoring 5.1 points. His role transitioned noticeably to that of a bench contributor and experienced mentor for the team's younger players. Even with fewer minutes available, Wallace maintained respectable efficiency whenever he stepped on the floor and continued to inject his characteristic energy and hustle into shorter but impactful bursts. Wallace's final NBA season came in 2014-15 with the Boston Celtics. He appeared in 32 games with no starts, averaging just 8.9 minutes per game and scoring 1.1 points. By this stage, at age 32, the cumulative effects of more than a decade of all-out, high-contact, physically demanding play had naturally diminished some of his earlier explosiveness. Nevertheless, he served as a respected veteran presence in the locker room, whose professionalism, positive attitude, and strong work ethic left a meaningful impression on his younger teammates. Wallace concluded his NBA career after 832 regular season games with impressive career totals of 9,933 points, 4,838 rebounds, and a well-earned reputation as one of the toughest, most athletic, and most fearless forwards of his generation. Following his retirement from the NBA in 2015, after 14 seasons of dedicated and passionate service, Gerald Wallace made the deliberate choice to return to his hometown of Childersburg, Alabama, where he remains a proud fifth-generation resident, deeply connected to the community that raised him. Rather than pursuing continued fame or spotlight opportunities, he embraced the joys of fatherhood, regularly attending and cheering for his daughter during her middle school basketball games, and cherishing those quieter, more peaceful family moments that the demands of professional basketball had once limited. Wallace redirected the same relentless drive and energy that powered his on-court performances into purposeful community initiatives aimed at lifting up others. He established the Gerald Wallace Foundation, dedicated to supporting underserved youth and providing resources in both Childersburg and Portland, Oregon. In October 2025, he proudly broke ground on the new Alice Community Center, named in loving honor of his mother, Alice Castleberry. The center is envisioned as a vital hub offering education programs, career readiness training, workforce development resources, recreational opportunities, and additional support services for local children and families, directly addressing many of the economic and social barriers Wallace himself encountered while growing up in the area. An inspiring mural honoring his personal journey, from his early rec league days playing with the Bullets to his achievements as an NBA All-Star, was unveiled in the R.S. Limbaugh Community Center gym later in 2025, serving as a powerful visual motivator for future generations. Wallace has spoken candidly about the deep sense of peace and fulfillment he has discovered away from the intense NBA schedule. Nodding, "I enjoy being at ball games, watching my kids play. That is more peaceful for me than playing basketball right now." In this post-career chapter, he has masterfully transformed the unstoppable drive that once made him crash on the hardwood into meaningful, long-lasting positive change that will benefit his hometown and its residents for many years to come. Gerald Wallace never captured an NBA championship ring during his playing days, but he earned something arguably more enduring and meaningful: the profound respect and admiration of fans, teammates, opponents, and the broader basketball community for playing the game with more heart, hustle, and fearless commitment than almost anyone else who stepped onto the court. From the humble outdoor and schoolyard courts of small-town Alabama to the glittering NBA All-Star stage, and now to his important work building a brighter future in his beloved community. Crash lived his nickname to the fullest and created a legacy that reaches far beyond statistics or highlight reels. When the bright arena lights eventually dimmed, he channeled his energy into something deeply impactful and lasting. This is the full, uplifting, and inspiring story of Gerald German Wallace, a true testament to resilience, heart, and the power of coming home. This is the life story of Gerald Wallace, aka Crash.